Hi, now we can start with a simple program to understand how the C sharp program structure and that program will display a text to the output. So for that I'm using initially Notepad. Why? Because if you understand the compilation kind of thing, that would be good for the future. So initially we are going to use Notepad, then we can use Visual Studio for the other programs. So for that I'm opening the command prompt, then I'm creating a simple C sharp file, display message .cs. .cs means the C sharp file will be with an extension .cs. So I am going to create a new file. Then first thing I am going to write is a class. What is a class? Class is an important part of the object oriented concept. We will learn what will be the class and what will be doing and that kind of thing in the later chapters, but initially we are I want to make you learn the most of the program that you are going to write will be inside the class. Class is like an entity, or it's a model. For example, if you are going to create an application for a school, then there are different entities like teacher, student. So that time we will create a class for the student, teacher. So if it is a student class, the student class will contains the students details and what are the functions, methods, that what are the behaviors that a student will be doing, that kind of everything will included in the students class. So that's why we are separating our entities into a class. So most of the codes you will return in the programs will be inside a class. So first time I am going to create a method. What is a method? Means method represent behaviors. Means method will do something, some action. It will do some action. So this time I am I'm going to write a message to the output. So this time you may have confused what is static, what is void, so main. So one of the thing you have to understand here is the main method is the starting point of the executable program. Means uh, the compiler or the CLR looks into the main method and it will start the program, it will execute the program from here. So if you write something from here, then it will start from here. So this is the entry point that you have to understand. The rest of things static and everything we will learn later. So this time I am going to write this time I'm going to write hello world. Means to the output, to the, so this thing what we can save and try to compile. So what it is doing, what is the system? In the previous chapter we learned framework class library. So that is .NET framework contains a large collection of library. Means it contains different thousands and thousands of classes. So what .NET is doing, it is separated, means it differentiated the classes with the different namespaces. Namespace means it is a collection of classes we can say. So the system is a namespace. Inside the system contains console class. Console contains a method write line. That method accept a string and it will display. So we can now check. So we have to compile the program. To compile this program, we need C sharp compiler. C sharp compiler will be usually um, C inside C Windows slash .NET, I think inside the Windows, then there's a framework thing, not this one. Let me check. No, let me check where's the exact location. Inside the C Windows, oh sorry, it's in Microsoft.NET .NET slash framework slash, the framework contains different files. I don't know exactly. We want to, we are using 4 at this time, slash c.exe. Then this is a C sharp compiler. Then we have to type the name of the program that we created. We just created as a display message.cs. It is compiling. It is compiled actually. If there is something errors, then it will display here. So now there will be an executable file, the name of display message.exe. So we can check display message.exe. Yeah, there is an executable file. We can check display message. Yeah, display message exe is there. That is an intermediate language. That intermediate language is a Microsoft intermediate language that will run by the common language runtime. So now it is displaying the message. If for example, if we have some error, for example if we forgot to something, semicolon, if we forgot the semicolon, then again if we have a change, we have to again recompile. Then we recompile, that time it will display some error. So we have to again recompile, then we have to execute. So the C sharp compiler actually compiles the program into the MSIL, Microsoft Intermediate Language. So when we use Visual Studio, Visual Studio will automatically do this kind of things. So most probably we don't need to bother about what actually happening, but I just showed you how it is doing. Then the system, actually it is a namespace. So this namespace, we have another way we can use the system here, using system. If we use that, if we include the namespace here, then we don't need to always write system. So the packages, means the classes in the system is available in this program, so we can directly use. Then we can again compile it, and it is running. So this is a basic program, and next session will be with Visual Studio. At that time we can look the classes and properties, method, everything. Thank you for watching.